Hello, 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 friends. Welcome to another episode of Relationship Reality with the Garlands. Wait, before I get into that, like, subscribe, hit the notifications, do all the bells and whistles so that we know you're watching and that we can talk to you, hang out with you. We're social butterflies. We just want more friends. Anyway, this episode we are reviewing and recapping Lifetime's Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 16. This isn't best friends at first sight.
Yeah, there's only 1 week left until decision day.
Ooh, I can't wait. If there's not a thing that I know that Jeremy loves more than decision day, it's a reunion. And the closer we get to decision day, the closer we get to reunion.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We may turn this channel into we just like review reunions.
Oh, that would be my dream.
Maybe that's something we'll work on. But for now, we're going to watch this episode of Married at First Sight and see which couples are circling the drain of divorce or
Riding off into the sunset?
ooh, a classic. I love it. Let's watch the episode. So they're starting to show the way I love with facials. I love Kristen with a Y. She honors her skincare. She takes care of her skin. That's a big deal. And it was really cute to see them like do masks on each other. And
Right. Yeah, they look like very natural, organic avocado masks.
oh, like she made it.
Yeah.
Oh,
In the skin, yeah.
Ugh.
Well, you know Mitch wouldn't go for...
Like a manufactured all natural mask.
Right.
Yeah, well, listen, esthetician here, you don't put raw ingredients on your face. Like, you don't know what they're gonna do. Like, I hate when people do that because it's like, you don't know how that's gonna react with your skin. The reason why skincare products work so well is because they have things in them to balance out, like, acids. Like lemon, for example. You put lemon directly on your face, you could have some real damage to your skin. But anyway, it was cute.
Part of me wonders if Kristen and Mitch have a survivor-like agreement where they've talked off camera and are like, let's just get through this process together, and at the end we'll say no, probably, and then we'll just go home and we've had a great experience together and leave here enjoying each other.
I'm not surprised you have a conspiracy theory. You always have your reality show behind the scenes conspiracy theories.
Yes, because I've seen Unreal.
Oh, that Lifetime show
Yes.
about The Bachelor.
So much,
not really.
So much scheming.
Right, but produced by a producer that worked on The Bachelor. Yeah, no, that's really good. I mean, totally. But no, I don't think so, because Mitch, as we know, is 100% honest all of the time. He can't fake it. He couldn't even fake it to do the shirt joke that the wives played on the husbands that weeks ago. No,
point.
He couldn't even do that. So no, there's no agreement. He's, Mitching. But it's not always a negative. It was a positive Mitch this time.
Okay. Stasha is talking to her friend, and Nate is talking to his dad and sister about things that are going on in their relationship. Part of that is the house. Nate is worried, what if something happens and we break up and I have to leave your house? That's not cool.
Stasha and Nate are driving me to drink.
Oh.
I've drank half of my drink.
Oh my gosh.
Thinking about what's going on between Stasha and Nate.
Yeah.
Yes, because, that happens regardless. If you move in with someone and you break up, you have to find a new place to live. That's why security deposits exist.
Yes.
It's just kind of like a strange thing to be that upset over. To be it's a strange thing to hold on so tightly to.
Okay, this is kind of this is a puzzle that I'm putting together right now, right?
Okay, how many pieces are in this puzzle?
4, maybe.
4?
Yeah.
That's not a very hard puzzle.
No, it's not.
Go ahead.
So, Nate is insecure about the house in a way and saying, what if it doesn't work out? Stasha's hearing this and also hearing him not say that he loves her.
Oh.
And hearing like, oh, are you planning to leave? Like, is this like kind of like
in the
icing on the cake?
Right, in the back, she probably thinks in the back of his mind, he knows it's not the right relationship for him.
Or he's not sure if it is. He's unsure.
I think by now, by 7 weeks, you should know if this is your person or not. I'm sorry, finish your puzzle.
That's it.
Oh, so what I said still stands.
Yes.
But don't you think?
7 weeks? Well, it depends on the person, because people open up more slowly than others.
But I think that you have like an innate sense that this is right or this is not right.
Sometimes you don't figure it out until later. Like until you've been married for 15 years. Not me. Never been married for 15 years. Yet.
No, but see, even in those instances, the partner who leaves the relationship knew in their heart of hearts, deep down, that this was not the right person for them.
Before they got married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the...
Or within 7 weeks of knowing each other.
Right. Well, because it's the thing that we all do, right? Because we are really designed to pair up. We're designed to be in partners and pairs. And so, like, all we're taught is to get married, have kids, get married, have kids, get married, have kids. So you find a person who's willing to marry you and you're like, shit, I gotta get married to have kids. All right, let's do this. But I feel like you really do know if this person is the right person for you. Every relationship I've been in, I knew that that was not the right motherfucker for me. But I was in it anyway because, we do what we do. And I feel like I've talked to my friends, like a friend of mine, I won't name her because that's her business, with her ex-husband. And after they got divorced, she and I were talking about it, and she was like, yeah, I knew deep down, but I just didn't want to admit it. Like, I didn't want it to be real. So I really do feel like people know. Like, you know what they say, when you meet your person, you know, you know?
Yeah, did you know with me?
I mean...
How quickly?
Very.
How quickly?
I don't know. What was it, like our third date or something? Go ahead.
Yes, it was our third date.
What did I do that was so terrible?
I believe I was cooking some salmon in the kitchen.
You make good salmon.
That was my date move.
Yeah. Huh? Not special. Still coming to terms with that.
You are special, obviously.
Well, finish your story.
Because you're you.
Well, that's true. I'm freaking awesome. I was just telling this to him.
She was.
In a yelling voice.
Yes, third date. I'm making salmon. She's sitting on the couch, which is like 10 feet away because it's a tiny apartment near Venice Beach in LA, area.
No, at that point I was standing up next to like the little...
Oh, the bar thing?
Yeah, the bar thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I was standing there and we were chatting.
Oh, okay. And...
This is your story.
She says, so when are you going to lock this down?
And
that was almost 8 years ago. Today.
so
that
it
you
worked.
said that.
Well, see, that one to me wasn't that bad. It was the one that I said later, about a month into dating, when I said you have a year to decide if you want to marry me or not.
Right.
Because I would be married before I was what?
35. It was statistics about black women getting married that you cited to me.
Did I?
Yes.
Well, what happened?
Well, how old were you when we got married?
Well, it was 5 years ago. How old was I 5 years ago? 34? 3? 33!
No, you would have been 34 probably by the time we got married.
Yes, because we got married after my birthday.
Yeah.
A month after my birthday, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, so 34. It worked. You guys want tips?
Happily ever after. When Nate's talking to his dad and sister, he's talking about Sasha being 37 years old and wanting kids, so that has to happen pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't know if he's ready for it, or doesn't know if their relationship's ready for it too.
Right. I feel like it's mostly him.
Right.
Because he cited the thing that most men, het means heterosexual, men cite is, I need to be financially ready to start a family.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's like a whole, like, I need to be financially ready to get married. That's like a whole, like, guy thing of, like, weird stuff that goes in their heads about marriage and kids.
Okay. Nate also said that he believes that it's not possible to have fun and kids at the same time.
And luckily his dad, a parent, was like, yes, it is. That's stupid.
Yeah.
He didn't say that stupid part, but he probably should have.
Yeah, he pretty much did. He was pretty, like, quick to dismiss that. Oh, come on.
And my thing is, Nate, have you not seen Instagram? I know you are on the Instagram and TikTok, honey. You don't see all these, like, little perfect happy families traveling the world with their little kids? I do, and I don't even have no kids.
So many grown and sexy parents.
Yes. It's like grown and sexy parent is like the new 30.
Like at the wedding we just went to.
Oh my gosh, so many grown and sexy parents. It was just so bizarre.
We're at a table full of them.
Ugh. I was just like, hot dad, hot mom, hot dad, hot mom, hot dad.
And you told all of them.
Because it's nice to give compliments. Well, I want to know, is it a problem that Nate has never been in love?
No. I don't think it's a problem because he's holding that love for being like that one love.
Okay.
Not like just loving a person and accepting them, but like really like, this is my person.
Yeah.
Then I will let you all the way in for that kind of love.
Oh, well, that's nice. I mean, so should Stasha feel cautious about that?
I don't think so, because she is that person for him. If she would just
relax.
Yeah, relax, be patient, let it happen, because he's ready for her to be that person.
Yeah, she just has to kind of like sit back a little bit more. She's so worried about like, oh, it'll be 2 years and we're living together and you don't love me, just like his last relationship. So I think that there is some like her worry is not unfounded. Like, I totally get it. I would feel some type of way too if, you know, my husband told me that he had been in a relationship and lived with a woman for multiple years and didn't like say he loved her and didn't love her. Because to me, it'd be like, well, why were you living together?
Right.
Everyone you've lived with, you've said I love you too.
Yeah.
I'm not at all surprised that last week Justin was like, no, I'm gonna say no on decision day. And now talking to his mom?
Yes. His mom who told him to get freaky.
More on that. Now that he's talking to his mom, he's like, well, I don't know. I'm an overthinker and I'm just overthinking things. And oh, Lord, salute to the overthinkers. I am one of you. I totally get it. But at some point, you got to go, okay, enough overthinking. What is it that I really want? What do I need? What's going to make me happy? But on the same token, Alexis can't fix his overthinking. Like, she can't, like, help him overthink. You know? And I know that's what she wants to do, but it's like, no, boo-boo. That is not your job. His job is he needs to figure out his own shit. Your job is to support him. And if he's overthinking, you know, that you don't, the solution isn't to walk him through it. Right. The solution is for him to get help and to realize that he has to manage his own overthinking.
Yeah. And Justin has already taken an important first step in that. He said, I'm in my head a lot of the time and I don't know it a lot of the time.
Which means that, yeah, you're in your head.
Right. But
I thought you were going to say the important first step of getting therapy. And I was like,
oh,
that is actually the step he needs to take.
Well, I hope he's taken that.
No, he hasn't taken that step.
Oh. But he had an important realization at least.
True that. So I don't know. They were probably one of the first couples that were 100% yes on decision day.
Yeah, I was maybe 3/4 in on them very early on.
Are you still 3/4 or?
I think I've shifted the opposite. So now I think there's a 75% chance they will say no. One of them will say no.
Honey, go get my pearls so I can clutch them.
And by someone, I mean Alexis.
Go get my pearls so I can clutch them.
He's got to work on his stroke game.
Oh my God. I don't know what that's like, so I don't know how to help you. But yes, he does.
Now it's Kristen and Mitch's turns to talk to their friends about how the relationships are going 1 week before decision day.
Or as I like to call it, clues on if they'll say yes or no.
Let's put our detective hats on and perhaps a monocle.
Did you ever do this when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Kristen and Mitch talking to their buddies and pals, or Mitch's brother, about where they are in their relationship.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm as confused as they are. Because there's like, we love spending time together. He's so fun. Being married to him has been great. She's great. I love her personality. Like, there's more affection growing and things like that. But he's not in love. I think he's not in love because she stopped having sex with him. You know how men are.
Oh.
Men need sex to feel in love.
Let me put this out there. They have a Survivor alliance.
No, we're not doing this every time we talk about Kristen and Mitch because I will kill you.
No, but I think I think it's a no. It's a definite no. Well, Kristen really wants to have children and she wants to have them now and she doesn't want to waste time. So I believe it's going to be a no because she doesn't want Mitch to be the father of her children.
Oh, wow. That is quite the sweeping revelation. I don't know that that's 100% true.
Have you seen him mitching things up this season?
Oh, he's a Mitch. Oh, he's a mother Mitcher. But I also hear Kristen saying how fun he is and they're so sweet together and he's so easy to live with and they have a really good this and a good that. You know, I hear her also saying the positive things.
She's trying to find the best in him and making the best of the situation, but there is no way she says yes on decision day.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I always like it when all the couples get together because they are very open with each other.
Yeah, and they have good conversation.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better than having like real conversation with your friends.
I agree.
It was so cute to see them zipping and zopping and zapping in those little cars. I have to imagine that Alexis and Justin had a different car because he's very tall. He could not fit in that little car that the other couples had. That was like a people-sized car, and Justin is super people. I couldn't fit in that car. I'm a super person as well, just in a different way. But it was really cute to see them. And, you know, we always love when they get together, sit around in a circle and talk. As Dr. Pepper said, this is their last opportunity to talk as a group. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, and the couples are giving no more indication of really where they are in the process. They're kind of talking in generalities. I think they're trying not to tip their hat too much coming in, you know, a week out from decision day.
Well, I feel like they all just don't freaking know what they're going to do also.
Oh, that too.
Yes, of course. Like the whole plot would be given away if they were like, oh, yeah, we're staying together. But I think some couples will still surprise us.
They always do. They always surprise me. And it's usually couples saying yes that I thought would say no. Often in those cases, those couples break up eventually. Which means that I'm right most of the time about those couples.
But not much else.
All right, fast forward. We are now 2 days from decision day, and the couples are getting together for dinner.
How do you know that?
Because they said it.
Oh,
That's great.
cool. I was making myself a drink.
All right, so we're 2 days from decision day. The couples are getting together for dinner. It's the last time they'll see each other before decision
They
day.
take 1 day of space.
Right.
And they don't see each other. So, yeah, this was their last dinner. I love the last dinners because it's our last chance to get clues as to who's going to say yes and who's going to say no. Up first was Mitch and Kristen. What a beautiful dinner. He was dressed up. You know, he doesn't like to wear what he don't want to wear.
Right.
But he looked great. Kristen looked great. They were at a beautiful restaurant.
Right.
And a revelation happened.
Yes. Well, first of all, Mitch was asking Kristen what it would take from him in order for her to say yes.
Because it's pretty obvious what she's asking for. She's just asking for some
Affirmation?
affirmation that she is what he wants.
Okay. And in response, Mitch stepped up to the plate. And he often says the right thing in the moment, which is good. I'd like to see it a little more consistently from him. A lot more consistently.
Right. We just want Mitch to stop mitching things up.
Yeah, Mitch, just stop being a Mitch.
I'm in. But yeah, he said really lovely things. He said he didn't want to lose Kristen and that he values the time that they spent together. And I think that really did it for her. She would say yes. Even if he was like, I'm not in love with you, but that she knew that he was in it and he wants her.
Yes.
Her. All of her.
Right. You could tell that was a big deal for her.
Yes.
She took that in.
So I feel like there might be a yes on decision day because of that. Because she said she would say yes. She said, I would say yes if she knew that he was committing and he wanted her and wanted to be with her. And he said, well, I don't want to lose you. And I may not be ready to be I'm in love, head over heels and all that, but he knows that he wants to be with her. So that's major.
All right. Post-dinner decision prediction.
I think
Kristen,
they're both going to say yes.
Kristen and Mitch.
They're going to say yes.
They're going to say no. One of them is going to say no. I think it's going to be Kristen.
I guess we'll see.
Next up for the couple's dinner 2 days before decision day is Alexis and Justin.
And Justin started off so sweet with the sunflowers everywhere.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
And it seemed like things were going in a good direction because they talked about how their intimacy was a barrier and Justin needed some help in that area by Alexis initiating a little more. But
let's just talk about the delicate balance of who initiates sex in a relationship.
Okay.
Because that's important.
Yes.
Because I understand where he's coming from. He doesn't want to have to initiate all the time. And no one wants to feel that way. I remember a former friend of mine complained about her husband never initiating and her having to initiate all the time, even while she was pregnant. So and we've struggled with that too. I feel like for most couples, it's finding a balance.
Right.
It's finding a balance of, if someone's in the mood and someone doesn't yet know they're in the mood, of trying to figure that out. And I feel like it's less of a be more dominant in the bedroom thing.
Right.
Versus he wants her to sometimes initiate so he feels wanted.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if he feels wanted enough.
Right.
And that's valid. And that's totally understandable. So I think that if they can work something out to where they're both initiating, when she's feeling it and he's, or when he's feeling it, that, they do a little guess what?
Well, that's part of it too. I said that's part of it too. Is figuring out what those signals you're giving each other and what signals your partner wants.
Right.
because it's not always the case that the signals you're giving to say I'm in the mood are the ones your partner wants to receive.
Not wants to receive.
Oh.
Is receiving.
Or puts them in the mood. Like, it could put them out of the mood, the things you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
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 Then we were thrown for a bit of a loop when Alexis was like, I don't know, maybe we're just better off being friends. How y'all gonna drop that on me and then go to commercial?
I watched Justin's soul ascend.
Ooh, it left his body.
Yes.
Justin's soul was like, moving on. No, Justin's soul said, I can't take this.
Yes.
This is too hard. And the light left Justin's eyes.
It did. He
Bye.
blacked out. Like,
He's gone.
I'm back here now.
Oh yeah, he definitely went inside himself and into his one-man think tank.
Right. Oh. So we're friend zoned? We're friend zoned. We're friend zoned. We're friend zoned. Justin, we're friend zoned.
You know what that means? She doesn't like me. 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 She doesn't like me.
How dare she put me in the friend zone?
Oh yeah.
My wife's gonna put me in the friend zone?
And she made me give
Fuck
away
her.
my dog.
Oh, she did all that? She could have told me. She could have told me all this before I gave away the dog.
Oh,
Now I gotta drive 14 hours there and 14 hours back.
to get my damn dog. Who gonna bite somebody else? Lindy and Miguel are at a winery again, doing a redo because the last time they were at a winery did not go well. While I support their choice of venue because I love a winery too. The conversations don't seem to go too well at wineries, so maybe they need to take a break. And maybe, I don't know, go to a pub.
Mix it up a little.
Right?
Maybe a speakeasy.
A dive bar. Yeah, so their conversation was a little bit rough. You know, it was more of, I mean, I couldn't have rolled my eyes any harder at the screen with Miguel, and again with his, Lindy has a very emotional, she has a lot of personality.
Theatrical.
She's theatrical, I don't know if I can handle it. Like, sir, she's a whole complete human. And humans have emotions. If I see one more thing of a man saying, oh, she's emotional, and saying it in a negative way, like, you are too, you doofus.
Right.
Everybody has emotions. Everybody's emotional. You are missing something in your genetics if you don't have emotions.
Yeah.
And Lindy is the perfect amount of emotional, if you ask me. Princess Lindy fan group, party of me.
He's not used to it. He likes to keep himself under control, or at least the semblance of control. And that's part of his problem, is that she doesn't try to control that part of herself. So it's like they're both hulking out, really.
Yes, because his idea of control is burying everything and holding everything inside until he freaking explodes.
Right.
Like a maniac.
Yes.
Like he did at the couples retreat.
Right. Multiple times.
But she'd rather get it out, move on, so she's not harboring that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, ask a therapist, but that is healthier. Miguel. And as you looked up, they're both Geminis, which means they're both batshit crazy, so they should be fine.
They are definitely mirror images of each other.
Yes, Lindy is Miguel's mirror, which is what freaks Miguel out so much.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, you're doing the things that I keep myself from doing.
Mm-hmm. You're doing the things that I bury deep until I explode like a crazy person. It's like really bizarro. If he would just get outside of himself a little bit, he would realize that Lindy is the best thing that has ever happened to him, and he needs to just like deal with his shit differently.
Yeah. She will open him up to the world in new ways.
Yeah. She will light him up, because from one theatrical, dramatic queen to another non-theatrical, hold it all inside. It's fine. You learned. You figure it out. Oh, look at him hold it.
I remember the first time I said that you were dramatic.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was just like, we were talking, I was like, well, you're very dramatic. And you went, oh, me? I'm dramatic? No! You became Mrs. Doubtfire.
I feel like that's a gross exaggeration of what really happened, because I'm not that dramatic unless prompted or paid. I will pay for dramatics. Hashtag retired singer actor. We're at another winery, or the same one. We don't know.
Probably the same one.
Probably the same one. They're probably on separate sides of the winery.
Right. They got a deal.
Yeah. Whatever winery that is, let me know. I want to go for a deal. I'll bring somebody else too. I mean, another couple, not somebody else that's not you, honey.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So Stasha and Nate are having their
Final dinner.
Yes. 2 days before decision day.
Not going well.
No.
So here's the thing that's been happening with Stasha and Nate, and the thing that I said would happen. If you don't believe me, check an earlier episode. I don't know which one, so I don't even know like what to point to and like to say like, oh, this will be linked. I don't know. But I do remember vividly saying she is going to be too hard on him and not affirming enough. As much as you are a tough badass, with your partner, you also have to like affirm them. And, you know, when they say, I do have deep feelings for you, I really care about you, you say, yes, and I have deep feelings for you. And I see that you have deep feelings. I believe you. I believe in you. Like,
That's a lot of tongue.
oh, you like a lot of tongue. But that is necessary because everyone wants to feel wanted. Like Justin wants to feel wanted with Alexis. It's the same thing. Like you can't like fix this, prove this without any like, good job, thank you, I trust you, I believe you. She doesn't affirm him at all.
Well, they're not listening to each other, I don't think, here either. Well, at least Stasha doesn't think Nate's listening to her, and I know she's not listening to Nate.
Not at all. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he started the whole thing off with, I can see loving you, I can see falling in love, I can see being in love with you.
I have deep feelings for you.
Yes, I just need time to feel more comfortable.
Right, he even said, I'm not even comfortable enough being naked in front of you. That's a huge deal.
Right.
If you're not comfortable, if you are 2 months in, been having sex, and you're not comfortable enough being naked in front of each other, that means he's still working and he's still figuring it out. And he just needs more patience, more love, more kindness, more affirmations, more validation to make him feel comfortable.
Instead, Stasha says, well, the problem is you don't love me now.
Well, and she was also saying, well, the problem is,
I don't want to be in a loveless marriage.
and I feel like you're going through the motions.
Oh, right.
Like in the mornings when you like give her, when she gets cuddles and all that stuff, she feels like it's like forced, I guess.
If there's not love behind it.
She doesn't feel the passion or burning desire.
What is that? I mean,
my husband doesn't barely hugs me in the morning before he gets out of the bed.
oh, I give you a kiss when I bring you your morning meal. Breakfast in bed.
Right, but that's like 2 hours after we've woken up.
No, it's like 30 minutes. But anyway.
It's like 2 hours. But anyway. But yeah, no, that's the problem. And Stasha's problem is she desperately wants to be loved. And There's nothing wrong with that. We all desperately want to be loved and appreciated, and we want our partner to like desire us and like have a burning passion and want to rip our clothes off and like love us so much. And I get that. And she is totally well within her right to want that. But you also have to remember the person that's going to be on the receiving end is a whole human being also, and they have their own shit they have to work through also. Just because he's not doing it right this second doesn't mean he won't do it. Doesn't mean that he won't have that desire. And just because he's never said I love you to someone doesn't mean he won't love you or he's not capable of loving you. And I feel like that was her fear talking when she threw that out there. Mm-hmm. When she was like, I don't know if you're capable of love because you've never loved anybody.
Right.
That's just, fear and defenses like coming out, because everyone is capable of love. He has already experienced love. He loves his family. He loves his friends, So it's just, she's being too hard on him and he has hit his breaking point. Yeah. He needs her to be softer. And I've been saying that since the beginning. If she can learn how to be softer, golden. Perfect relationship, number 1. But 7 weeks in and she hasn't softened. So I don't know.
This to me is the most promising couple.
And they're fucking it up.
On this season.
And they're fucking it up.
Predictions! We skipped a couple predictions, but predictions! For Stasha and Nate, we're now 2 days out from decision day. What do you think it's going to be?
No, you go.
It's going to be yes.
I think it's going to be yes for both of them. I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, predictions. Lindy and Miguel. We're 2 days out from decision day. They've just had their meal at the winery. What's it going to be?
In my heart, I want it to be a yes on both sides. I'm not sure because Miguel is so in his head and really needs to figure his ish out and learn that marriage is not perfect. People have emotions, as they should.
So what do you think?
I think yes. I'm gonna keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive on me too. It's a yes from Lindy. It's a yes from Miguel. It's a yes.
To
Miguel? Mendeligal?
Mendley. That's what I like.
Now all the couples are gonna get in bed together and have one last night together before they take a break in advance of decision day.
One more night, one more chance to have another conversation that's not going to go anywhere.
Well, Kristen and Mitch, first,
their conversation went somewhere.
It was kind of nice, the dog got in bed with them, which was cute.
But so they're in bed, they're having a very sweet conversation, recapping over the past 8 weeks, and yeah, I feel like their conversation went really well.
It did. Mitch thanked Kristen for helping him become a better person.
Woo, child, Kristen, that is a heavy load, girl.
And ultimately, he said, now, I'm not in love with you, but I love you. And that's a big deal. And that you could tell that meant a lot to Kristen. They're not going to stay together.
I still think it's going to be a yes from both of them on decision day. Mitch is going to be a yes.
Kristen's going to be a no.
She's...
Prediction!
Okay. Then we had Alexis and Justin having their last night together because we don't know. Is it the last night? And again, talking in the same circles. Not really sure. And Alexis dropping more hints that she may say no. But then going back on what she said and saying, but baby, I want this to work out. I love you. I want to be with you. I want this to work out.
Justin, meanwhile, is afraid that whatever he says will influence Alexis in the wrong way and she'll say no. So he pretty much says nothing.
Right. He just lets the light leave his eyes and just kind of glazes over. It's what I do when people say really terrible things in my presence. I say I go into a coma. I just... Yeah. Me and Justin have that in common. And Stasha and Nate in their last conversation in bed, terrible. But, you know, the thing that I have to congratulate Nate on is that he was like, I need affirmation. I need validation. I need you to say, you know, nice things to me. Which leads me to believe I was not wrong with Stasha. She is too hard. She really needs to soften. And she's never going to find the love that she wants if she doesn't like soften and like be okay with being soft and vulnerable and not just dissecting every single thing he does, but also appreciating the things that he does. Just because Nate doesn't do them or say them in the way that you think they should be done or said doesn't mean that they're invalid. And I really want her to learn this lesson because I love them together. They are our first MAFs power couple, so they have to work.
I think they will. All of these issues are workable.
Yes.
It's all about communication and understanding each other and where you're coming from. And it takes work from both parties.
Right. And they're trying to do the work of a marriage that's been happening for a while with a brand new marriage in 8 weeks. So I hope they give themselves and each other just a little bit more grace and patience. Mm-hmm. Just be patient. Like nothing happens overnight. No change happens overnight. Nate is not going to use every single tool that the experts has given him overnight. No. It just doesn't happen like that. No human is like that. Yeah. Change is so hard and it takes a long time. So she just needs to learn patience and grace.
Yeah, learning the tools and then incorporating them when you're in a heightened emotional state are two different things. He may know them, but knowing them in that moment, that takes another level and a lot more recognition and training kind of.
Well, and security. That takes a bigger level of security, knowing that, okay, if I drop my defenses, the things that keep me safe, that my person will be there for me. My person will support me through it and not like use it against me or make me feel like an idiot for being vulnerable. And that takes time. Shit, we're still learning it. 8 years. Finally, we get to see Lindy and Miguel's last conversation before they separate for decision day. And I'm just going to say that Miguel in particular, was future talking, which leads me to believe they're going to be a yes.
Yay! Everything we've ever wanted for them. They're gonna say yes. I believe this. Do you think so too?
Oh, absolutely. I never doubted Miguel and Melindy.
Oh, that's good.
And the problems that they're talking about are completely normal problems in a relationship. How do you exist as two different people who have to work on their own shit, but then also come together? These are normal things. And I just hope Miguel realizes that this is normal stuff. And whatever he's experienced in the past or whatever he finds as, a problem of Lindy's, he needs to work on himself just as much. Like he has his own shit to deal with, just like every one of us. We have our own. The thing about couples therapy is that it's not just for your relationship. It really brings to light the shit that you have to work on yourself. Mm-hmm. And no one's perfect. We all have problems. We all are just trying to figure it out. And I hope Miguel and Lindy figure it out together.
Alexis and Justin got together for their final talk before decision day. The morning before they take a night separate or whatever, you know. And it does not look good. Justin woke up saying, you know, like, oh, well, why would we even need to separate? Like, let's just stay together because, you know, we're going to be together forever, right? And this, to me, is his, again, like, passive-aggressive way of trying to force her into...
Reassuring him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of saying what he needs directly, he takes a passive-aggressive route. And that is why Alexis is going to say no on decision day.
Woo! Well, I guess we'll see.
Kristen and Mitch on their day before they take the night off, and things seem more hopeful than I would expect for them. What do you think?
No, because Kristen was like, I just don't know where he stands. She's not listening. She's listening from her hurt feelings, warranted, from when in the beginning he said he wasn't attracted to her. That's the whole lens of how she views what Mitch says. That's how she views what Mitch says. And it's not accurate. If she really was listening, Mitch loves her, wants to be with her, thinks she's amazing, she's made him a better person, and all that. So she's gotten in her head about it a bit, and maybe that's her way of justifying why she's going to say no on decision day. But all I know is that no one is safe.
Then we wrapped it up with the next time on Married at First Sight, which is Decision Day.
Decision Day is coming. It's happening next episode, people.
There was a lot of clever editing. I still stand by my predictions. Mindy and Miguel. Lindy and Miguel.
He's had cocktails.
Lindy and Miguel. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Kristen and Mitch. Yes or no?
Yes for Mitch. Kristen is leaning toward no, but I'm not sure.
I'll say it's a no. It's not happening. Mitch may say yes. Kristen's definitely going to say no. Stasha and Nate.
They should absolutely be a yes. Will they say yes? I'm not sure. I feel like Stasha wants to work it out. It's kind of up to Nate. So we'll see.
I think they'll both say yes.
They damn sure better.
It's a yes. And last up, Alexis and Justin.
Alexis is a wild card, which I knew from the beginning, which is why I had a hard time warming up to her. But I don't know. I can't predict it. I have no idea.
Look, either way, Justin has a lot of work to do. I would say it's a no from Alexis. She's not willing to hang out while he does the work.
Well, friends, what do you guys think? Get your comments in before next week's episode so we can see who was right, who was wrong. Let us know. Who do you think is going to stay together? Who do you think is going to break up? We are dying for the next episode because this is enough foreplay. Mama wants to get to business. I want to know who's staying together, who is not.
Decision Day.
And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, set your notifications, the little bell, ding. And we will see you next time on
Relationship Reality with the Garlands.
And now I need to take off my bra.
Okay, bye.